Hey everyone, you're here sewing with Cody and Pete, and today's video, this is actually a follow-up to the first thread play video or bobbin work video. Actually, it's really bobbin work video that we did. This one is actually using the stitch regulator in conjunction with our red bobbin case and our Ricky Tim's Razzle Dazzle bobbin work thread. So you're not just limited to decorative stitches when working with doing bobbin work. You can do bobbin work with your stitch regulator, but it's a little tricky. For the simple fact is you're doing free motion quilting, but you're doing it from the back. So you really can't see what's going on in the front. So there's many things you can do. You can have your little, I probably wouldn't do this on a large scale, but you can have your quilt sandwiched, just like we see here. So I just have black fabric on the front, well, on the back and the front, and then some batting. And so here what I could do, if I had a square or a block that I want to kind of stay in, I could have taken two straight pins. So I could have taken, well, a few straight pins, poked it from, which would have been the right side. If this was a corner, I could have poked it in and have come through, and then I could have used like a chalk pen or a white marking pen and mark, okay, this is one corner. I could have come back from another corner and mark this. So I would have parameters that I would need to stay in. So I would mark it and then of course take the pins out. So when I'm doing my free motion work from the wrong side, from the back side of my little quilt, I know where I needed to stay in. But just like with doing with doing bobbin work on just regular fabric and using like your number 20 C-foot, with this we still need to make sure we match our threads. So we've got silver Razzle Dazzle thread on the bobbin, and then we're just using white or like a cream or like a silver thread on top. And we have the machine changed in the settings to add that extra tension onto our top thread to help pull that Razzle Dazzle thread flat up against the back side, but really the front of our little quilt. So here I'm also using the Echo Quilting clip. The Echo Quilting, sole for our BSR. I really like this. It just seems to glide a lot better over the fabric. Now I can see everything even though there's really not much I need to see. But if I had markings and parameters I need to stay in, then it'll be easy to see. So this will just go on just like any other time. We'll plug it in and you'll see the screen change. So there is something that we will want to change when working with doing bobbin work free motion with the stitch regulator, is we want to increase our stitch length. So naturally the stitch length for the BSR is 2.5 millimeters. I naturally increase that anyway, but since we're doing bobbin work, I want to increase that regardless. So I would say at least like 2.75 to 3, and we'll stick it in at 3 and see what we get. So here again, we can still pull up our bobbin thread, which is our Razzle Dazzle thread, and we should be able to pull that up. So then we can start quilting. So let's see what we get. We're just going to do something really simple. So let's see what we've got. It looks like I ran out of bobbin thread. So there we are. I know it may not look much on camera, but up close and in person, that looks so cool. Especially that razzle dazzle has a little bit of some silver metallic ran through it. That is such a neat look, such a neat something that you can add to your quilts. Granted, you are quilting from the back and you can't see what's going on and what it's going over, but still you can get a super, super cool look when using the Bernina Stitch Regulator. So it's regulating all of your stitches and using that red bobbin case for bobbin work and using that razzle dazzle thread, which is wonderful. You can really get some really, really cool bobbin work, some bobbin play. Such a cool concept. All right, well that's it. That's all I wanted to show. I showed a lot more in the previous bobbin work video. But I just wanted to get something out, something I thought of after I made the video. And I'm like, oh, that'll be a cool second video to add in conjunction with the first one. All right, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more content. And as always, happy sewing.